Hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Lots of folks here today. Just still going down the list here. Hello to everyone whose names I put up. Lots of people here. Just Mary. I hope everyone's having a good day. Happy Monday. Beginning of a new week. Hopefully it will bring something good this week. So how's everyone doing? I'm going to go back up to the top and run through some I'm going to go back up top and run through some of the comments. You got me all frigged up saying that. Wolfie, you told me that you sent me an email, and I don't know if I found it or not, because when I went in there was an email there, but I don't think it was from you. So let me know if I just say yes or no to let me know if I did respond to you, and then that way I'll know if it was you or not. I hope everyone's doing great. Holly, thank you for your dedication and your sacrifice. Holly is one of our, I shouldn't say our, one of Lilly&Jack's searchers who searched over the weekend, and thank you. Okay, so it's Novah's channel. Maybe you sent it to Novah's Inquest. So say Novah's channel at gmail.com. And Missy was supposed to go, but she was unable to go, unfortunately. And I know Root's Strength was one too, who went to the search. So today we're going to go over some. Hi, Osprey. Sassy Cat. Today we're going to go over some of those articles and discuss. Thank you, Ginger, and discuss some things. Thank you, Ginger and Daphne, and discuss some of those things that stand out in the articles. There's a few things. That's Chelsea. Hi, thanks for being here, Chelsea Gray. And yeah. Holly says she was honored to be included in the search. Yeah. Well, thank you for everything. Oh, nobody contacted you. I would have loved going on the search, but I have bad hips. Yeah. They would be rescuing me. Yeah, that's the thing. And they really don't want anybody out there, right? That could have issues. And I mean, I definitely, if I could, I would, because I've done a lot of hiking through the woods and love nature, but it's not something I can do anymore. Yeah. And anybody who was on the search and would like to come on and, we'll just have a discussion about the search. Nothing invasive, just questions about, we could discuss the terrain and just some things. Nothing invasive or putting you on the spot or any drama or anything like that. Just relate it to more so Jack and Lilly and the disappearance and what it's like out there and so on and so forth. Greetings. Hello. Cup of cafe. Greetings from PEI. Lovely channel. Hoping dog search will turn up. Yes. Yeah, hope it'll turn up new evidence. That's why I say hopefully this week will bring something, bring some good news, right? Hello, Norbeaster. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for being here. Always a pleasure. Uh, do they know exactly where the dogs will be searching? They didn't say. Now, Wednesday, they are going to be doing a live on their Facebook. And I did message them because I don't know if it's me or maybe if it is just me and somebody else noticed what time they're doing their live, because they said they're doing one and they said it's Wednesday, but I didn't notice the time. So I will, you know, pull their Facebook and do that live on here, because some people don't do Facebook. Some people don't even have a Facebook account. So I will come on here and show it live for those who won't be able to see it on Facebook. But I don't know the time, and I did message them and ask, and I didn't hear back yet. But I maybe can call tomorrow. I hate bugging them because obviously they're busy. But if anybody does know, oh, you're saying the time right now. If anybody does know, notice the time or knows the time, let me know, and that'd be great. Hi, Ben. Thanks for being here. Shenanigans, thanks for being here. Sky Painter, Cottager, thanks for being here. Bobby Joe, everybody new coming in, thank you. And I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Maisie's mom. Yes, thank you to all. Thank you to all. Thank you to all for being here. Shirley Lynn. I know I used to be a pet sitter and dog walker after I retired, but I can't do that anymore with my bad arthritis. Yeah. 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 The fun of aging. Yeah, I don't see anybody else saying they know what time, so. Surely Hope D doesn't know. He is quite the distraction to this case, for sure. Well, yeah, not just him, it seems the family itself, you know. Yeah. Your hips are bad too, eh? Yeah. Or you got one bad hip. Yeah. So just give me 1 second there, guys. I got to pull up my messenger. I was running a little behind when I was coming on. I apologize for that. I just want to pull up my thumbnail there. Help keep me on track. Yeah, so there's certainly been a lot of, I don't know what to call it, craziness, drama, I guess. Which I don't want to get too heavily into because, of course, it distracts from Jack and Lily, which is the main focus. But as we start going through things and we get there, we'll touch on it a little bit, but we're not going to make it the main focus, of course. Yeah. Mr. Mackenzie sure made quite the scene yesterday. Not suspicious at all. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like something is coming around the corner. I've had that feeling a couple of times. Yeah. Hello, AI Henry. Or Henry. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Was anything said about having the RCMP at the next search with the dogs? I'm hesitant to say this, but I wouldn't put it past someone to put out poison. Ooh, goodness. It has happened when people got too close. God, I hope not. I hope nobody does anything like that, but I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so we have people who care. So we see Cheryl and Belinda and Aldridge. I can't remember his first name now. We'll call him Mr. Aldridge. I remember his first name. And and of course there was many more there as well that who care, right? And they were there to search for Lily and Jack. And of course, they were there because they care. Nick, thank you. I knew somebody would say it. I kept looking at the chat. I was like, somebody's going to say it. Nick Aldrich. And these are the people that care. And Chelsea was there too, of course. And they wouldn't be there if they didn't care. And, so Nick talks about the cadaver dogs coming in this week. Belinda talks about the hope, and the hope and some disappointment. And I feel some disappointment too, I have to be honest, being from here, being a local. It's disappointing that more people did not volunteer to search for Lily and Jack. And I'm sure there's reasons, but I mean, this is a whole county. And there's 2 children that people could have participated in helping to locate and possibly bring back to their loved ones for a proper burial, honestly. And yes, Daphne, yes. And it's one of those situations where I know people feel afraid. I know that. So it's a shame. It really is a shame, and it's so disappointing. And that's why I just commend those that did go, even more so. Yeah, it's just too bad, for sure. So I get where Belinda's coming from there, because I feel that as well. And then we have Cheryl, who is Malaya's good friend, and there's some connection there elsewise with family. I believe her sister is dating Malaya's brother, maybe something like that. There's some kind of connection there as well. Shirley Lynn, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll play the song, the dance. You are today's first cat's meow. Thank you. So sweet. Thank you very much. I think we'll put some background music on too. If you guys find that too loud, let me know, okay? Yeah. You like that, okay? Novah, do you know what the RCMP got a hit on in regards to forensics? No. Did they say that anything came back? Did I miss that in one of the articles? My grandson was here yesterday, and I was getting so many emails and so many messages, and I was trying to read them and keep up with it and keep up with the articles, and he stuck to me like glue. So he's crawling all over me, and then especially when you pick up the phone to look at anything, right? Because you know what they're like when they're that age, right? He's 1.5. And so if you pick up the phone, that just makes it even worse, because then you got the phone in this hand and he's on this side, and you're trying to hold it away so he doesn't grab it, and then he's like trying to get over your head. And so I did my best to keep up with everything, but I might have missed some stuff. Novah, yes. Okay. Good. We're going to go through those articles, so I may have missed that. Or I guess I did miss that. Well, that's good. I hope it leads to something. Yeah. Yep, you guys are having fun using my real name. Cottager. Novah, you have a beautiful energy. Oh, well, thank you. Then thanks even more for answering me. Good Grammy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think if he was up when I answered your message. Because I was up before him and tried to sneak a coffee in before he got up. How old am I? I am 67. No, I'm joking. That that was Cottager that said that. I'm 54. I'm 54. Yes, I am. And he is my first grandson. Yeah. Does anyone have the info to the GoFundMe? I didn't hear anything about a GoFundMe, nor Beaster. And I don't really push those things on my channel. For obvious reasons. That piece of paper that they found with Daniel's name on it sounds very odd to me. Well, it's very ironic. I won't say coincidental, because Daphne and I both don't like using that word. But very ironic, and the date on it as well, right? And we're going to take a look at that when we pull these articles up. What I'm going to do is pull my channel up, because I posted all the articles in our community, and so I'll just bring those articles up. I donated to the first GoFundMe, and they never even sent bracelets. Woo! See, that's why, yeah, like, I'm not even gonna get into all that stuff, right, with the GoFundMe and that. I took some of the money that you guys gave me, and I went and purchased the 2 jackets, which came in today, by the way. They came in today, and the school knows I'm coming tomorrow. Yeah, because the money that you guys with the stickers and memberships and all that stuff. So after you pay like your $70 for your StreamYard, the money that was left over, I put towards purchasing jackets. So that included you guys as well. That money going towards the jackets. And we're taking them to the school tomorrow. They come in today. They come in early because they weren't supposed to come in until between the today's the 17th. I guess it said the 18th and the 21st. Today's the 17th, so they were a day early. I'll be 54 in July, and I have 2 grandchildren. My grandchildren were born on your 50th birthday. And I have a granddaughter that she will be 2 in March. They are my life, my pride and joy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's the same as to me. Yeah. There's no GoFundMe, but the Salvation Army is collecting donations in honor of Jack and Lily. Yes, of course they are. Yeah. So let's get into those articles, guys, because there's a few of them. Okay. Oh, Daphne. Honestly, it is just the greatest thing ever. Oh, I meant to click on Daphne's comment there. The chat's going so fast. Yeah, it truly is the greatest thing ever because you get to spoil them rotten and not even worry about it. Yep. Hi to everyone new coming in. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Bobby. Hit that thumbs up. Hello to everyone. I hope you all are doing good considering everything. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. If you're able to do it, is any mod able to do it? Ginger's the managing mod. So if you can't do it, then she probably can. All right. I am going to go to my YouTube channel there. So just give me a second there, guys. And again, hello to everyone new coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I think the biggest thing for me out of all of those articles was, I mean, it's great to hear that the dogs are coming again. That's awesome, and I hope they're out there more than one day with them. That would be so awesome. But the other thing was the doll. The doll that kind of caught me off guard. I was like, why this search organizer says missing children's case is strange. Okay, this looks like a new article. It just came out 4 minutes ago, guys. Let's watch this. Okay. This is a new article. This is new right now. That just came out a couple of minutes ago. You never know what's going to happen when you're on a live.
Downriver. And the fact that it's found in the water, downriver. Yeah. And the fact that it's found in the water, downriver. Yeah. It's just strange. It's strange. So we're organizing a search for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. We are relying on community members to come and join those efforts. We're going to offer like a little bit. And the fact that it's found in the water, downriver, yeah, it's just strange. It's strange. So we're organizing a search for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. We are relying on community members to come and join those efforts. We're going to offer like a little bit of shooting from the hip training on walking along looking for evidence. We've had about 40 people volunteer, but overnight you've had some people drop out. So I would be over the moon if 30 people showed up. Your safety does come first. We are looking for the kids, but your safety comes first. I would say mostly family and friends, and then there's just like concerned members of the community that wanted to get involved and help search, and this is their opportunity to get that. We were not going to get involved. We were trying to stay far away from this because we felt that the RCMP were heavily involved, search and rescue was heavily involved. They were doing a bang-up job from what we could see from the outside looking in, and as soon as you start having conversations with the family, when any family member fills out an intake with "please bring me home," we always get involved in some capacity. We never say no. Of course, it's sad we're going to search for 2 missing kids, but I think that the community and the family coming together to do this effort, and a crew coming from Ontario, is hopefully overpowering that somberness.
Okay, Mikey, we're going.
Stay safe.
You guys good?
Can you describe how the day's been going so far?
It's been a wee bit stressful. Just trying to manage from the outside to make sure that the searchers are safe, and there's 6 groups, so it's a lot of moving around and making sure that they're okay. Like I've had to get 2 people out who've needed to go out because it was too much for them. So that's been a little bit difficult to manage. And then just with the cell service and the walkie-talkies not working properly, it's been really difficult. But I know where everybody is now, and we've only got a couple hours left of sunlight, so we're ahead of the game. There has been some items located that would initially be items of interest. So it looked to be like a boy's t-shirt we had located. We sent that to the RCMP. They're going to connect with family to see if it appears familiar. At this time, it doesn't appear to be a familiar shirt. We found like a box with some people's names in it that are interesting that we're going to turn over to the RCMP. They're actually on duty today, so just in the event that we do find something. And they were very interested in the box that we found with the certain names in it that I can't say, but they're interested in that. And the fact that it's found in the water, downriver, and yeah, it's just strange. It's strange. We're going to go and just check in with 2 of the search teams. This is a rickety road we're going to be going down to reach them, though. Likely going to be picking up 2 of them to come back to teams.
Just want to hear what he was saying there again before he was saying it's strange.
This is a rickety road we're going to be going down to reach them, though. And yeah, in that. And the fact that it's found in the water, they're interested in that. And the fact that it's found in the water, the box that we found with the certain names in it that I can't say, but they're interested in that. And the fact that it's found in the water, downriver, and yeah, it's just strange. It's strange.
So he's talking about, if you guys haven't seen it yet, we are going to show it. The geocache, and it has there's different names in it that people, when they found it, they signed it, and Daniel's name is in there. And I'm going to show it for those of you. Yes, thank you, Ginger, that didn't see it yet. Somebody had stated, I think it might have been Cottager or somebody, that the screen looks different. We have to put out 2 streams now. One is the normal way, we'll call it the normal way it used to look, and the other is upright now. If you go out and then look at your screen, you'll probably see the other live there, and you can click on that, and it'll bring up the regular screen. If you don't see it in there, go to Novah's Inquest, the homepage, and you'll see both lives there, and just click on the other one. Yeah, so I hope that helps you. Yeah, exactly. Very strange if you look at the same date of when the kids went missing. Yeah, well, the kids went missing on the 2nd, and it says May 3rd. The kids went missing on May 2nd, right? Yeah, last seen on May 1st. Or am I getting the dates wrong now? I hope not. My memory, I'm telling you. If I don't read my stuff every day, my memory won't remember. But yeah, it's around the same time. It's so ironic. We'll say ironic. Yeah, so let's continue with this because it's interesting what he's saying.
We're gonna go and just check in with 2 of the search teams. This is a rickety road we're gonna be going down to reach them though. Likely gonna be picking up 2 of them to come back to vehicles so that they can come and the rest of them can get picked up.
I'm good. Anyone want out of this? Good.
Okay. So just continue on then. So you guys are gonna go to the pipeline, or sorry, yeah, it is the pipeline trail, and then walk on the opposite side of the woods. It's a pretty thick trail, and then I guess just follow along the water. Do you guys think, see what time you're at when you get to the water though? Because you'll see you're still.
Yeah, I got you.
You're got a ways up here to go and down there. So, and I want to start really getting people out by 4.
Yeah, what time is it now?
2. Yeah, 2 hours. This, by far, has been the most difficult to manage during the search because you're having to check in with each team every 30 minutes and things come up. You have to go and talk to property owners who are upset that we're there.
I will have you charged for trespassing.
Do it!
This has been by far one of the more difficult ones to manage from a safety perspective. Now that I've been here, I'm even in my own mind trying to comprehend how it can be possible that these kids wandered off and they haven't been found. Especially after being in there and seeing all the flagging tape and hearing from all the property owners that we spoke with what the searching has been done. I'm having a really hard time fathoming that probability now that I've seen it for myself.
And what makes you say that?
Many things, but I think most importantly it is the amount of effort that search and rescue has put forward to try and find these kids and how quick they were able to start that process. I just find it more unlikely by the minute today that they had wandered. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just I after seeing it, I can't understand how they wouldn't have been found that first day. We're not stopping. We have to stop because winter's approaching. And we will come back in springtime and do a search dependent on what our CMP's involvement in springtime will be. So, and who knows what will be learned throughout the winter. When the families ask for help, you can't really say no, whether it's a current case or whatever. We have the capacity to do it. We shot from the hip here and planned this in 2 weeks, and we were able to do it, and we were able to clear many kilometers just by asking for locals to come help. So it can certainly be done, and we're in it until they're found.
So that's interesting. And I mean, for him, and I guess he answered some of the questions I kind of had because being out there, what do you think? Because to look at that terrain, I mean, I see it just driving in certain areas around here where it's not cleaned up yet, and then out in an area like that where it's probably not. There's certain areas that are just not going to get cleaned up. That I just can't imagine that the kids got through that. And we're going to see that in some of the clips when we go over to the other news channels. Yeah, so that geocache thing, it had 20 May 3rd, when Daniel signed his name, May 3rd, 2014. And I agree, it's not suspicious in the sense that it has anything to do with the kids being missing. But I would think that, he said they're interested in having that, because it has Daniel's writing on it, I suppose, and other names on it that, there's certain things I imagine as police investigating would look at that and want to look at. And one of the things that caught my attention right away, besides Daniel's name, is the person under it and all the exclamation marks, because we know Daniel does that there's always 3 or 2 exclamation marks, and that's his writing style. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so strange. So either they had the same teacher who encouraged exclamation marks. I just thought that was strange. I thought that was weird. I would have expected to see it after his writing. Yeah. It's inactive that he is familiar with the area, I'd imagine. Indicative, yeah. It's indicative that he is familiar with the area. Yes, the exclamation points. Yeah, so I'm not the only one that noticed that. 'Cause I was like, "What the heck?" Our goals are to promote Nova Scotia as a geocaching destination and to educate the public about safe, ethical, and drama-free geocaching. www.novascotiageocaching.com. Okay. Thank you, Ginger. Interesting. My curious thought was, had the prior searchers, Chelsea, I thought the same things. Had the prior searchers found it? And if so, did they leave it because of what it was? Well, my thought was, like, that just tells you, I was thinking, okay, well, if all those other searchers that were out there didn't find that, that just tells you there is more out there to be found, right? And there was other stuff they found too. But yeah, exactly. Or did they find it and just leave it? Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. Looks like the one with exclamations says SAR on it. Yeah. Yeah, then what's written beside it's hard to make it out. Like, man, I stared and stared and stared and stared at that last night when I went to bed trying to figure it out. Do we know where the geocaching was located? He said downriver. He just said that in that news clip. Yeah. My first grandchild was, and I think he might have said in the river. We can go back and listen to it if you want. My first grandchild was born when I was 40, and my first great grandchild was born when I was 61 years. Now, great grandkids, total 11. Wow, that is a lot of fun. Yeah, as I'm a young 68-year-old. Yeah. Yes, lots of fun. Christine, hi. Thanks for being here, and hi to everybody else who came in that I missed. Maybe he had Pokemons all over the place. It's possible. It is possible. It's easier to see how he uses linguistics. Yeah. Tom, if I didn't say hi, thank you. The geocache does confirm to me that DM knows that area well and has been all over the woods in that area. Yes, he's out there definitely playing around in those woods for sure. Yeah. It's his playing grounds, right? Is what it tells you, for sure. Drippy, hi, thanks for being here. Geocaching was a pretty big hobby around here a while back. I haven't seen the pics. I never heard tell of it until until that, and I had to look it up until like yesterday, and then I had to look it up to try to understand. Hi Nova, but the geotrack was dated, May 3rd, 2014, and found down the river. Jack and Lily were not even thought or conceived. Malay and Daniel were not together. Yeah, yep. That's why I said it's not, like, to me, it's not significant or any kind of clue, like, in that way. But to our CMP, because it has Daniel's name on it, it's something of interest to them, right? It's interesting is what it is. It's ironic. It's ironic and it's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Beaver. I'm sure is nickname in my opinion. Beaver is busy. I'm being that they around the area where they found it, there could have been a beaver dam around, and maybe that's why they were stating beaver busy, or because it said whoop busy, beaver busy. So maybe there was a lot of evidence of a beaver or beavers being around. Maybe just a thought. We do have lots of beavers around here. Wait, what was the date of the last entry on the geocache? Can't remember the last date. I feel like it might have been Christmas Eve 2015, maybe, or something like that. No, there's no doll that was found. No. All right, let's go over to those other news clips. Hi, say what? Hi to everyone else new coming in that I've missed. We'll go over to my channel because I have all those news clips on my channel. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just looking this up. Community. Oh, 5 months ago, I was like, why is that? I gotta pull the newest ones up. And this is CTV News.
Them. According to the group, it has assisted in locating more than 50 missing people since it was founded in 2018.
Various search teams that have been organized, just volunteers from the community, Please Bring Me Home members, some family and friends, to join an effort to search along the waterways, specifically any of the waterways that go into and connect to the middle river of Pictou and even further down the river, under the theory that they wound up in the middle river of Pictou. Not how they wound up there, just that they could have wound up there, and it very well could have been missed.
In September, the RCMP brought in cadaver dogs, but no remains were found. Police have previously said there was nothing definitive to show the children are deceased. Anyone with information on the case is asked to contact police.
Yeah, I'll read that article as well because that is the article.
A new search took place over the week.
Sure, this is the article that talks about the doll. So, a chilly Saturday in November, the community gathered in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, to search for 2 missing children. You guys can hear me okay, can you? Yeah. Testing, testing. Yeah, you can hear me. I just want to make sure while I'm over on the other screen that you can hear me. Search for 2 missing children who have been missing for more than 6 months. Jack and Lily, and there's Jack and Lily, everyone. Okay. Jack, 4, who's now 5, turned 5, October 29th, and Lily. Jack and Lily Sullivan were reported missing from their home on Garlick Road, May 2nd. Since then, numerous searches have taken place involving police, search and rescue crews, and volunteers. The Ontario-based group, Please Bring Me Home, organized a search for the children Saturday. Approximately 30 people joined the search, including local volunteers and members of the organization. 2 of the children's aunts, Haley Ferdinand and Cheryl Robinson, helped all day in the search efforts. We're hoping for answers, said Robinson. We want to find them. The search began early in the morning and had teams look along waterways that connected to the middle river of Pictou. There's a lot of downed trees still. The water's high and cold. The water was very high. And when the children went missing, I had did a video actually about Middle River and the fact that, I felt it was possible that if the kids made it there on their own or in a nefarious way, that they certainly could have, gone downriver or taken downriver with the thoughts of them going out further towards the ocean. Not that they would make it to the ocean. Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe just a bigger body of water. But it wasn't, it's not shocking to me that would be a waterway that they would want to search. And there was an area called Chance Harbor, which is where it opens up into the ocean, the actual mouth. And the police were down there. It wasn't right after Jack and Lily went missing, but it was a little bit later. But I had wondered if they were kind of, crossing all their T's, dotting all their I's type thing. And making sure to check everything. And if that's why they were down there, because they were down there doing something and they had the area blocked off and they stated it was due to an ongoing investigation. So it made sense to me to think that that's possibly what they were doing. Because it's not uncommon, obviously, that you'd want to check those areas. And after a certain amount of time has passed, when things can start to wash up or get pushed further down after a certain amount of time. So there's a lot of downed trees. The water's high, cold, just a lot of tough terrain to track through. But we're doing it, said Ferdinand. She said some people would walk closer along the riverbeds while others stayed high up along the banks to cover a wide area. We're hoping that the woods hold some answers that we've been searching for, said Ferdinand. And there's the picture of a group. I don't know if you're in there, Holly, anywhere, or anybody else in this chat room. But thank you to you all for your hard work. It's been hard. The conditions were challenging for the volunteers, especially given the time of year. We've had a lot of people fall into the water. A lot of people were wet, of course. It's cold out. It's November. There's a lot of potential for injuries, a lot of steep areas, a lot of down trees. It's been hard, said Robinson. Please bring me home, said the search was conducted with a focus solely on wandering and misadventure. And they were asked by the RCMP to, search with that being the focus, wandering and misadventure. We're basically looking for Lilly's backpack. Okay, so this is where it is. We're basically looking for Lilly's backpack. We're looking for boots. We're looking for clothing. We're looking for anything that they may have had with them. Lilly's doll. We're looking for those type of items that might stand out because her backpack is white with strawberries on it, said Robinson. Now, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys make of that? And hello to everyone new who has come in. Thanks for being here. What do you guys make of that? And you can see how it's stated there. I'm back over to the chat now. We're basically looking for Lilly's backpack. We're looking, first of all, what I noted was, as I'm reading it, it's listing all the items that we've been told the children have with them. Okay? So we've been told Lilly's backpack, their boots, their clothing that's going back and forth what they did, they didn't have on, they did, they didn't, to finally what the final description was that was put out. So their clothing, we're looking for anything they may have had with them. And then just, it stands alone, Lilly's doll. It just strikes me because it doesn't say, it's listed with all the things that we know that they had with them. So when I'm reading along and it's all the things we know that they had with them, and then you get to Lilly's doll and I'm like, what? And it doesn't say a toy that they may have took with them, or maybe Lilly took a doll with her. It says Lilly's doll. We're looking for those types of items that may stand out because her backpack is white with strawberries on it. And then it made me think, okay, I've always wondered what was in the backpack. So maybe she had her doll in the backpack? Like, I'm just, what do you guys think of it? Yeah, cottager, exactly. What doll? What doll? Yeah. Don't know. Yeah, what doll? But do you think they're saying, what are they saying? And it's a quote. It's a quote as Cheryl saying that. Hi, Belinda. Thanks for being here. Lots of love, lots of positive vibes to you and Chelsea. Always happy to see you, and I hope you guys are doing well. Why hasn't a doll been mentioned before now? Well, that was my other thought, because then I was kind of like, okay, is that something that the public's not supposed to know? Because sometimes there are things that, RCMP has asked family members to be careful in what they're saying and putting out there. Malaya, has chosen not to speak to media at all. And sometimes, that's that person's choice. Sometimes if you feel you could accidentally come out with some information, you have to be careful, right? Now, is that information that RCMP didn't want out there? Is it information that we just never heard about because Malaya doesn't, discuss things with the media? And it's something that Daniel was never aware of, so he never talked about it. But, you know, is it something that Cheryl was made aware of by Malaya through discussions, right? About perhaps maybe Lily did have a doll with her, that maybe Malaya couldn't find a certain doll, or the doll that maybe Lily was, it was her favorite or whatever. But remember, Malaya left on the 3rd. So perhaps it's a doll she couldn't find up until the point of where she left, so it was never found, so it's questionable. Did she just not have more time to find it? Or did Lily have it with her? She was never able to figure that out, where she had left on the 3rd. I don't know. I don't know, but it caught my attention, that's for sure, because as you're reading that list, and it's all the things that you know is already out there that we're aware of, and then all of a sudden you read doll, and no, and then I think, like, well, if she did have a doll with her, or possibly you would think that that would be something that maybe our CMP would want out there, because then it would help for people to know to pay attention for a doll, because that could be a direction of where the kids went, right? So, yeah. Dr. Drunken. Guess this anonymous account isn't anonymous anymore. With you, anyways. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else, and I don't know what you mean. I don't know who you are. Guess this anonymous account isn't anonymous anymore. With you, anyways. I don't know who you are. If you're talking to me, maybe you guys are just having a chat there, and you're not even talking to me. I have no idea. Yeah, so you had those same thoughts. Drippy has a great question. Wondering if they use metal detectors, they might find bag or zipper. If bag destroyed, yeah, yeah, really good thought. I would think that some of those searchers might have had something like that out there. The Canadian cat lady. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming back. I'm just curious, has the reservation been searched, or are they not allowed to do such a thing on their land? As humans, I want to think that everyone wants to find these babies one way or another. I would think that if they felt they had a reason to search down there, that I'm saying down there because our reserve here is what we call down the landing. But I would think if the police had reason to search there, why wouldn't they? There's a RCMP office on the reserve, so I'm sure they would probably have an idea of what's going on there on the reserve. I think Cheryl and Haley both know something. They were in total control. Speaking in behalf of Malaya Brooks Murray is weird. See, I don't really find that weird. I think when something like this happens with a lot of trauma involved, and families, taking some family members taking the lead and stuff in certain areas, I don't find that weird, in that sense, like, because the mother is not, I guess, for whatever reason, whether it be due to trauma, everybody has their ideas of why that is. I'm not even going to give, my opinions or whatever. It's not my place, but when it's not happening, I think for family members to step up to the plate, there's nothing wrong with the family or friends doing that, when being there, they're in that position. I think it would be horrible if nobody did, you know, but I don't think they're taking total control. I think they're stepping up to the plate because the mom's not on the plate, so to speak. And that's in my opinion. I hope the children are found and DM and his family stay out of it. They don't want to search. And that's the thing. If you don't want to offer to help and say, hey, I don't want you guys to get hurt around here. Let me come down and help you and help guide you a bit. That would probably seem more uh, of an appropriate way of handling something. Yeah, and we'll get to that. When I was young, I had a favorite doll. Yeah, exactly. Little girls do, right? Little girls do. Some girls have a favorite doll, and some girls have a whole bunch of dolls, right? And that's why I say, like, maybe she had a favorite doll, and Malaya couldn't find it in the trailer. But I mean, things can get misplaced and put somewhere until you do find it. But when she left on the 3rd, she wouldn't have had more time, right? So I could see them then thinking that, okay, we don't know if she took the doll or if it actually was in the trailer, or if she has an abundance of dolls and you don't know if one of them's missing and she might have stuck it in the bag, right? Or had it in the bag. Because you know what little girls are like with those bags too. They're putting stuff in and out of it and in and out of it. So you don't know, like, did she have a doll in the bag type thing. So I guess that's where my thoughts went towards it. Or do they absolutely know that, yes, her doll was missing, right? Don't know. Lily packed her doll and her backpack when they were going to have a picnic in 3-degree weather in the wet grass, fog, and rain with the blanket from the garbage. Not, in my opinion. Yeah. No, I don't think she packed it for a picnic. No. But just playing around in the house and stuff like that, she could have put her little doll in the bag, right? And then the bag is what she took with her, and the doll happened to be in it. I don't think she would have packed it in the bag with intentions of going for a picnic out on the wet, cold grass with a wet, cold blanket. I thought Lily had her backpack in her bed. She did. She could have put her doll in the bag. Thank you, Lori. Exactly. Right on. Right? Exactly. Nobody said anything about a doll till now. Right. Right. Because, but when you think about it, Malaya's not talking. So who's going to say anything about a doll but the mom, probably. Right? Daniel, obviously, seems like he probably doesn't know because he likes to tell all, and he didn't spill that tea. And yeah, tell all whether it's true or not. We'll add that. And we don't hear a whole heck of a lot from Malaya's friends or family either, right? Not saying there's anything wrong with that. Just when you're not, it's not information you're going to hear if there's nothing being said, right? So now we're hearing a little bit of them speak there during that search, which is great. And then out of that, there's what we heard, right? So now we're hearing it now. Oh, it was to Chelsea. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, why is the doll being brought up suddenly? No, I don't think it's a distraction. I think what I just said, like, I think if those guys were talking as much as Daniel's talking, we probably would have heard about the doll by now, right? But you just hear a little bit from them here and there, which to me is normal. That's normal. Yeah. We'll come way down. All right, let's get on the next one, guys. And welcome to anybody new coming in. Thank you very much for being here. We'll get on to the next article. Okay, this is Allie's. We would like to select advertising her. Close. So, items discovered during volunteer search for missing Nova Scotia children not relevant, RCMP says. Yeah, that guy's in the water with his wetsuit. Something I noticed, Nick said from Please Bring Me Home is that they're going back home and that they may be back in the spring, or they will be back in the spring. So, but I thought they were going to, is it them that are going to be doing the cadaver dog? I thought it was them that are going back out with the cadaver dogs. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's somebody else, another group coming with the cadaver dogs. Oh, you guys aren't seeing that. Glad I came over to check and make sure you guys were seeing that, because you're not.
A last-ditch effort before winter hits for any sign of 5-year-old Jack Sullivan and his 6-year-old sister Lily. These volunteers split into 6 groups and spent a day in the woods of Lansdowne, the rural Nova Scotia community where the siblings were reported missing on the morning of May 2nd. The nonprofit group Please Bring Me Home made the trip from Ontario to coordinate people on the ground.
So this will be our side. We're going to follow it way down. Eventually, we're going to turn the river and we follow it up past Lansdowne Lake.
About 30 people volunteered to take part in the search, most of them family and friends, all coming together in the hopes of finding any clue that will lead them to Jack and Lily.
It's sad, very sad, but it's been 6 months and we need some type of closure to this case.
One focus, the area where a drone detected 2 heat sources late on May 2nd, just before midnight.
One appears like it could be small object sitting, just 2 heat signatures sitting close together near the water.
RCMP says an officer followed up, found nothing, and determined it was likely a bear, but this group wanted to be certain.
I'm not sure, but it may or may not be the drone hit where the infrared sensors picked up. Just because I see a line coming down from up here and leads right down to our water. I'm not sure. I've got to confirm it later on, but we're just going to take note of it and do a special little search around here, especially just in case it is something.
Nothing was found in that specific area, but teams did find a few items of interest.
And it looks like it has like underwear burnt, like it's been burned, and it's the t-shirts. So it's a unique design. So we took a picture, we sent it to the RCMP. They then spoke to family and they said that it's not something they recognize.
Volunteers also came upon a child's bicycle, a blue blanket, and an old geocaching kit with the children's stepfather's name in it.
That's why it's so important to relook, like especially before snowfall, and have a third party come and just take a peek. Not that we're no better than anybody else, it's just having a third party come look is so important.
But at times, it got tense. One property owner refused entry where there are signs for no trespassing.
Why are you trying to stop us from finding them?
You have what?
We weren't in the
Two
field.
very dangerous animals.
What animals are they?
2 rams.
A roller coaster of emotions for everyone involved, especially those who love Lily and Jack.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop there for a minute with that confrontation thing there. And like I said, I don't want to focus too much time on that because it takes away from what the focus should be on. It happened. It's done with. But yeah, his name is on it, Norbeaster. It's gonna show that in a few minutes or just after this. But so I'm just gonna do a hit and dismiss on it, guys. Hit and dismiss. Hit it and dismiss it. Obviously, the proper way to deal with something is if you have concerns about people getting hurt while they're out searching for 2 missing babies, um, who went missing, besides all that, besides the fact, if you're a stranger and you don't even know any of these people, you're not related to Daniel, whatever the case may be, you, common sense is the appropriate way of dealing with that would be to volunteer to guide those folks and to ensure their safety if you have concerns, obviously. Everybody pitch in and do what you can to help in a positive way to locate Lily and Jack. So obviously, common sense is common sense, right? But that's not what happened. Now, on the other end of it, and there's Janice right there. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse pointing to her, but she's got the gray hat on with the Canadian flag right in the middle, or leaf right in the middle. And I'm by no means going to speak for Janice, but I'm acquainted with Janice. I worked with Janice. I'm familiar with her personality, and she is not a woman who backs down easy, and especially with a man standing there, talking to them in that way. So I can see how that could become more heated. And then on top of that, you have the fact of why they're there. Like, she's not just out for a leisurely walk with her dog along the river, and this man then comes out and, behaves in that way. They're there looking for Lily and Jack. And then on top of that, you have where they were already told that, you know, to be careful around his property because he is the one out of them all that they had concerns about. And it was the RCMP saying this, right? So right away, that kind of, might not put you in a position of having your dukes up, but they might be halfway there and prepared for the fact that if we end up near this guy's property, he may come out, and go crazy on us, which is what happened. So they would already have their guard up, knowing that if we accidentally, get too close to his property, he's going to come out and do that. And I mean, I don't even think they were too close to his property, but anyways, but so I can see how that would get heated. But I will say, I applaud Janice for standing her ground, being from here. Now, that's the other thing, if I didn't say, she is a local. She is not a please bring me home part of that organization. She is a local who volunteered, who honestly, like I told you, she's a strong woman, not muscles. Maybe muscles, I don't know. But in the sense that she wouldn't back down. And she's out there to look for those kids, and you're not going to get in her way. And that's her personality. And I'm sure she's fed up with the local BS of this whole shenanigans. And so, yeah, I applaud her for standing her ground. And I know they were told if they were confronted with something like that, to not to disengage basically and not engage and, okay, we'll go the other way type thing. That's not Janice. And to be honest with you, I don't know if that would be me. Like I'm a pretty laid back, quiet, loving person, but in a circumstances like that, I kind of have that fight in me too, which is one of the reasons why I started my channel. But, in the sense of when it's coming to children, right? I can get my back up as well, and especially when it's a man standing there and behaving like a 2-year-old, I could get my back up as well and say, "Hey, listen, buddy, back off. We're looking for 2 missing children here. Go take your baby tantrum somewhere else," right? I so I get it. I get it, and I get it as a local, and as a woman, who's just fed up with this bullshit and these men who, think that they can talk like that. Yeah, you did hear your name, Shenanigans. Sorry. You just get fed up with it. And it's not the first time we've seen this crap around here and cases that are, not solved because of this crap. And, you get fed up with it. And now it's 2 small children. Like, go take your tantrum somewhere else. If you had any true fear for anybody's, well-being, then come out like a grown man and say, prior to that, you knew the search was going to take place. Everybody knows the search is going on. Come out before that and say, "Hey, I have no issue. I know you guys are going to be searching along the river. Apparently he's got 2 rams on his property. We don't have rams in Nova Scotia. But wild rams running around everywhere." I thought he said bears at first, but apparently he said rams. And, and offer to help. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but I know we need to locate these children. So if you don't mind, I'd like to come out when you come down this way and guide you a bit, just so my rams that apparently are just running around attacking people don't hurt you. Yeah. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to hit it and dismiss it, and that's it. I'm done with it because I don't want the attention off Lily and Jack. But I also think it's important for people to understand that this is a woman who is a local here who, is not going to back down from a man standing there acting like a 2-year-old. So it's unfortunate that she happened to be, and on top of that, she's got the family members of the mother with her. On top of that, she's the only one there that's not family or like a close friend. So I can see where she was just like, I am not putting up with this BS. This could be our one and only time to get out here and find these children. Or that could be the day where we find these kids and he's not going to get in our way with the usual typical crazy BS here in the county that goes on. So I'm done with that. It would have been a real horrible thing to look over and see that I was muted right now and realize none of you guys heard that, but I'm not muted, so I know you guys heard it. Yeah, I wouldn't, I agree. I wouldn't want to come along a ram either, but there's also barns and stalls that they can be put in if they're your rams that you're in control of. Yeah. Or if you can't get them in the barn or the stall, then again, you can volunteer your time and say, I can't get the rams in the barn or they, you know, they don't go in a barn, whatever. But I'll help you guys out to ensure your safety there while you come across this way. You know, like whatever. It's ridiculous. Okay, so let's continue with this because Belinda, they're moving on to Belinda, and then I believe after that they're going to show that item of Daniel's.
It'd be discouraging if none of it means anything. So I'm really hoping that something has turned up, evidence of something. Anything will do.
I do feel disappointed too. The main output I was looking for was finding the kids, and that's not what happened today. I do feel like we have more questions, especially with finding things throughout the woods.
The RCMP says none of the items found are relevant to the investigation, but with everyone feeling unsettled, the volunteer group now plans to bring in cadaver dogs to do continued targeted searches this week. Angela McIver, CBC News, Lansdowne.
Well, I guess that wasn't the one. I thought that was, I didn't skip past it, did I? That's the one we just watched. No, must be in one of the other ones there. That was... That's just an article. Maybe I didn't post that one where it shows the geocache.
A last-ditch effort before winter hits for any sign of 5-year-old Jack Sullivan and his 6-year-old sister Lilly. These volunteers split into 6 groups and spent a day in the woods of Lansdowne, the rural Nova Scotia community where the siblings were reported missing on the morning of May 2nd. The nonprofit group Please Bring Me Home made the trip from Ontario to coordinate people on the ground.
So this will be our side. We're going to follow it way down. Eventually, we're going to turn the river and we follow it up past Lansdowne Lake.
About 30 people volunteered to take part in this search, most of them family and friends, all coming together in the hopes of finding any clue that will lead them to Jack and Lilly.
It's sad, very sad, but it's been 6 months and we need some type of closure to this case.
One focus, the area where a drone detected 2 heat sources late on May 2nd, just before midnight.
One appears like it could be small object sitting, just 2 heat signatures sitting close together near the water.
RCMP says an officer followed up, found nothing, and determined it was likely a bear, but this group wanted to be certain.
I'm not sure, but it may or may not be the drone hit where the infrared sensors picked up. Just because I see a line coming down from up here and leads right down to our water. I'm not sure. I've got to confirm it later on, but we're just going to take note of it and do a special little search around here, especially just in case it is something.
Nothing was found in that specific area, but teams did find a few items of interest.
And it looks like it has like underwear, burnt, like it's been burned, and it's the t-shirt. So it's a unique design. So we took a picture, we sent it to the RCMP. They then spoke to family and they said that it's not something they recognize.
Volunteers also came upon a child's bicycle, a blue blanket, and an old geocaching kit with the children's stepfather's
All right, you guys see that there? So Cheryl's saying, I just heard now that someone went to Wayne. So this is allegedly, right? Because that we will have to call it a rumor because we don't know, and I don't know where it's coming from. Asked if she could search today. He said yes, and the Rams are now goats. So I don't know if that's so or not, but it wouldn't be shocking. um yeah, so you guys can see that there. Daniel's name is the one that you can really see well. So you see Daniel Martell, uh, May 3rd, 2014, left a 2012 quarter, took nothing. And then there's other names on there as well. Yeah. Just it's interesting, and it's very ironic, right, that they would find that and the May 3rd around the date, around the same time of year that the Lily and Jack went missing. That's what Cheryl's saying. We don't know if that's so, but she heard it from somewhere. Uh, yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. And I mean, it could be so because we know the history, right, of what Janie's has done historically, Daniel. So possibly he exaggerated as well. Wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities. Uh, wow, surely the man would know the difference between a ram and a billy goat. Yes, he would know. Yes, definitely. Uh, yeah. Um, and I mean, I agree. That rams, they can be nasty. I know. I'm not disagreeing with all of that. Trust me. Um, I just think, common sense tells us that you could offer your help in guiding them to keep them safe, for the sake and the name of Lily and Jack. Yeah. Yeah, so you see there Daniel's name. It's just ironic. It's interesting, and like I said, it the same as Chelsea was saying, like, is it something that was found before but not retrieved, and handed over to RCMP, because that is the only thing, what Nick says that they did want. But, um it tells me also, if it was never found before, which is probably the possibility here, is that there are things out there to still be found, right? There are some things that as far as finding something to lead to the children that could be found because things are still being found. Not that this has anything, significance as far as Lily and Jack in that sense, because of course that's, from way back. Yeah, so the last date on there is December 24. And I take it as 2015. That person, although I wouldn't say their writing is messy, it's a little hard to make out. I believe it says December 24, 2015. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, they sure would. Yeah. They'll lock horns. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So interesting, eh? Now, I thought there was another part there. Oh, maybe that's coming up on this one too with Belinda. Um, yeah. Yeah. But and I mean, it tells you, like, this is Daniel's very familiar playing grounds, right? Out there? For sure, right? In my opinion. Yeah, exactly, Missy. Instead of just honesty, straightforward honesty. Yeah, I know. Hi, Sheila. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's listen to this.
Name in it.
That's why it's so important to relook, like especially before snowfall, and have a third party come and just take a peek. Not that we're no better than anybody else. It's just having a third party come look is so important.
But at times, it got tense. One property owner refused entry where there are signs for no trespassing.
Why are you trying to stop us from finding them?
You have what? We weren't in the field. Two very dangerous animals. What animals are they? Two rams.
A roller coaster of emotions for everyone involved, especially those who love Lily and Jack.
It'd be discouraging if none of it means anything. So I'm really hoping that something has turned up, evidence of something. Anything will do.
I do feel disappointed too. The main output I was looking for was finding the kids, and that's not what happened today. I do feel like we have more questions, especially with finding things throughout the woods.
The RCMP says none of the items found
Funny,
are
drippy.
relevant to the investigation, but with everyone feeling unsettled, the volunteer group now plans to bring in cadaver dogs to do continued targeted searches this week. Angela McIver, CBC News, Lansdowne.
Yeah. Now, did I miss anything I wanted to go over? The cadaver dogs. Now, which article was that in? Maybe it's in this one. Yes. Yeah, he said 2 rams. I thought he said bears at first. I thought his words were kind of mumbled, but I think I was so focused on the fact that Janice had said we had bear spray. X-Files theme plays softly in the distance. Yeah, it should always be playing in the distance when it comes to these family members. Uh-huh. Maybe it was in this article. I'll read this article. This is the Chronicle Herald, which is out of Halifax. Out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Some items of interest located in last-ditch search for Lilly&Jack Sullivan. And there's Nick Aldridge. The paternal grandmother of Lilly&Jack Sullivan is grateful for Ontario-based not-for-profit that made the trek to Pictou County to resume the search for her missing grandchildren. But Belinda Gray questioned why it took a group from outside the province to return to the woods looking for evidence linked to the siblings who have been missing for 6 months. And that's what I was saying earlier on. Belinda making that comment, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. I'm disappointed in the community, to be honest. And when I say community, I mean Pictou County, right? Because Pictou County we're all a community. We're not huge here. And everyone knows each other. You either work with somebody, you're related to someone. in whatever way, you end up being connected somehow. And yes, there was a lot more people who could have volunteered. The numbers could have been larger. But again, mind you, I'm sure there was some fear. That I'm sure that did play a part. It has to take a group that's not from this province that's willing to do this, said Gray, who made the 1 hour long drive from her Upper Musquodoboit home Saturday morning to the rendezvous point, rendezvous point at Union Hall Community Center, about 15 kilometers from where the children disappeared. I thought more people in the community would have gotten involved. I know they have their reasons. Yeah, they do. And that's sad. But I'll tell you, if I didn't have the health issues I had, that wouldn't stop me either. I would have been there. But there's a lot of private property signs now that weren't up on May 2nd. Yeah, the date the children were reported missing. It's disappointing to see that, even the ones that can't search. This is the day that a search is taking place. If you have property, do your own search on your own property, so that way you can mark it off to know that it's been done. I hope we find something that tells us we're on the right path. Led by Nick Oldrive, co-founder of the not-for-profit Please Bring Me Home. About 40 local volunteers, divided into 6 groups, congregated at the community hall before combing through a vast, heavily wooded area directly across the road from the children's home in Lansdowne Station. Much of the focus was on a 5-kilometer loop along the banks of Middle River. We're clearing this river system, Oldrive told the group inside the small community hall. We are only here today to work on if they entered the river system. Not how they entered it, but if they entered Middle River. You are responsible for that square foot around you. Before you take that next step, you must be confident there is nothing in that square foot around you. It's not a race. Oldrive called the search a last-ditch effort before the first snowfall. Maybe something can be located before winter, he said. We're going to do our best, but even if we come out and don't locate anything, we can be confident that they're not in that portion of the river system. Any evidence is helpful. Yeah. I think I know where I saw that now. I think that was on his a message on the Facebook group. I think that's where that was about. Just 1 second. I'm going to check the Facebook group. I think that's where that was about the cadaver dogs. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Please Bring Me Home will be going live on Wednesday to discuss the weekend's developments regarding the search for Jesse Morrissey and the Sullivan children. We want to take a moment to thank many people who have stepped up to help. First and foremost, thank you to all of the volunteers who sacrificed their day to be out in the cold searching for these 2 children. Your dedication means everything. We also want to share that we have secured a cadaver dog team. who will be continuing targeted searches around the area this week. Okay, so it is them. It is Please Bring Me Home. Because he's saying we also want to share that we have secured a cadaver dog team who will be continuing targeted searches around the area this week. We ask for a little time as we make sure all of our information and timelines are in proper order. Our goal is to be transparent as possible about everything that has taken place over the course of the weekend. Thank you all for your patience and support. Tune in on Wednesday and we'll walk you through the events of the weekend. But they don't say a time. I don't understand why they don't say a time, but they're asking everyone to tune in. I'm going to call them tomorrow and see if I can find a time. FYI, please, hi Tom, thanks for being here. FYI, please note there will be a test of the emergency alert system Wednesday in Nova Scotia around 2 p.m. So don't be alarmed, okay? Okay, thanks. Yeah, anytime it goes off. Of course, you do feel alarmed, right? Oh, okay. I'm reading your messages, Cheryl. Are you okay if I show it? Are you okay if I show the message, Cheryl? If you're still in the chat? If you don't want me to, that's okay. Hi, May. And hi to everyone else who is here that I didn't get to say hi to. My apologies. I'm back and forth in between two screens. Tensions are high with the J&L case, so people might jump and think it's about the case. Yeah, which it isn't. Yeah. I hear you. Yes, so very good to know that this week there'll be the dogs will be out there. Cadaver dogs. So that's awesome. Awesome. So another thing that caught my interest today, I seen, and we're just going to go over to the channel and I'm going to share it to you guys because I was like, what the heck is this? Because Daniel did put some messages out, and those messages. Take this off screen. The messages. I mean, they're Daniel. You know, it's Daniel. But Justin had a screenshot and it had a different name on it. But the message that I had actually seen elsewhere had Daniel's name on it. So I was kind of confused by that. Does anybody know what that's all about? I'll pull it up. Actually, it should be in my history because it was just before I come on the live that I looked at it and I was like, what the? There it is. No, it's not that. It was a post. It was a post that he put out. So I don't know if it's kind of blurry. If you guys can make that out there, it says Courtney Madonna, um, but it's Daniel's message, and it's the same. It's the same message that he had out in his name, but it's there under another name. It says Courtney Madonna. Um, Thank you, Seawood, and thanks for being here. Pleasure to see you always. Um, Thanks, Drippy. On the Jesse Morrissey missing case, we saw a suspicious video that leads everyone to believe he was red rummed. Aw. And who did it? Hope they find him. Yes. Yep. So sad. Yeah, and that's out of Amherst. Yeah, I used to. You have my permission to show it. But is it your permission that I'm looking for? Like, really? Is it you? I thought it was Cheryl that sent it to me. Okay, are you Drippy, are you talking about the um y- uh if you're she is really pretty. I like the cut. I want something similar if I ever make it to the hairdressers. Then have Justin do my makeup. I bought that mascara Justin was talking about. I love it. If you're talking about my hair, I cut my own hair. I don't go to the hairdressers. And my hair's natural curly, so I don't have to do anything there. Um Oh, okay. Well, because other people use different names, and I just thought, okay, well, maybe she's using a different name there. Cheryl must be gone, and I don't want to show it without her permission, so I'm not going to. Um, but it is the message about the person who asked for permission and got permission, and that now the rams are goats, not rams. Um, Anyways, I want to crop this picture from Justin's, and then I'll put it up from Justin's. I mean, I'll put it up as a picture so you guys can see it better. Because it's hard to see on there. Yes, as soon as Justin was saying that about that mascara, I ordered it that night. It was $14.99, and I love it. I love it. Oh, Justin's live right now. It's not about Lilly&Jack though. Okay, so go to post. Community. Just 1 second, guys. I'm just saving that as a picture so you guys can see it better. Hopefully. You can see a little bit better. So you see there where it says Courtney Madonna. But there's the same message out, and it says Daniel Martell. And so Justin, I'll read you the message that comes along with it from Justin's. And thank you, Justin. Full credit to Justin for sharing this with everyone. So Justin says, Daniel, you truly have no shame, do you? You said directly to an interviewer that you had no other fake screen names. And we know usually just in getting to know Daniel and historically, if he takes the time to state something, typically it means something that it might be the opposite of what he's saying. That there's a reason, there's a hidden reason behind it. You said directly to an interviewer that you had no other fake screen names. The truth always comes out, and you just exposed yourself. Courtney Madonna, except you thought you were on your actual legit screen name. God is bringing it all to the light. Justice for Jack and Lilly Sullivan. So, and again, that's from Clutch Them Pearls, Justin. That's from his channel, from Clutch Them Pearls, Justin. But then, because the message I saw actually is the same message, but it had Daniel's name on it. So did he put it back? Did he like get rid of that and then put it back out in his name once he realized that he put it out in a different account? And honestly, I don't care that someone has a different account, and especially in a case like this. And, if you're trying to innocently figure stuff out or whatever the heck he's doing, I don't know what he's doing, but I could care less if people have different accounts. That's their business. But I don't. I can tell you, I'm not saying that because I do, because I don't. I have my one account. That's me. That's that. But having said that, like I have a Facebook account under my name privately. I just have all family on that. I really don't put anybody else on that. It's all family and my 2 very closest friends, and that's it. I don't have anybody else on that. And then on my Novah's Inquest, anybody that wants to, ask to be a friend on there, I add them. And I honestly don't go on Facebook a whole heck of a lot. I would use Novah's Inquest more than my private. I'm hardly ever on that, ever. Like, so rarely, like maybe once, twice a year, honestly. But yeah, so I could care less if he has 5 accounts, but he did make it a point all on his own. Nobody asked him. He made a point to say, I don't have any fake accounts, which right away, I think we all knew then, well, yeah, you do if you're saying that, but who cares? But again, I don't know why he does that to himself. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess he put this out first in the wrong name and then reposted it in his name. I don't know. I don't understand what happened there. Quite the name. Yeah, and hi to everyone who just come in. Hi, Allison. Yeah, Courtney Madonna. Yeah, I could kind of picture Daniel picking that name. Courtney Madonna, top contributor, so not new. Yeah, yeah. Top. I noticed that too. Yeah. Oh my. No self-awareness, that family and friends. Yeah, yeah. Friends as well. Uh-huh. Danny the lady with the 2 first names. Yeah. He's such an idiot. I mean, I can only assume that that's what happened, that he first put it You can't help that but laugh. This case, there's nothing funny about what's going on here with Lily and Jack, but if we can get a chuckle out of Daniel, okay, right? Because it just helps us get through it. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Yeah, quite the name, quite the name. Hi Brian, thanks for being here. Hi Paul, thanks for being here. I have that screenshot. Oh, you got it. So he did first put it out in a different name, and then he must have realized, I guess, then come out and put it in his real in his actual name. Oh my goodness. Uh send it to Nova. Oh, thank you, Cottager. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we're gonna go over and do the dance of joy. No, we're gonna do the You Are the Cat's Meow, and I thank you very much. Every time I'm in this room lately, my allergies act up. Thank you. You are the second cat's meow of today. You guys are all the cat's meow. Thank you very much. Life is a mystery, yeah. Mhm. Life is a mystery. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I better stop or YouTube won't like me. Oh, you sent it to me, did you? Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just bizarre. Very bizarre. Yeah, okay, so 14 hours. Oh yeah, I suppose you can't go by that. So this is the one, yeah, under Daniel's name. Yep. And then there's that one from Courtney Madonna. I don't know, I'm confused. I am confused. Very strange. Oh, yeah, I bet you did. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Vogue. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Melissa. I don't think so. I think he put it out. The lady copy and pasted it to show other people. Okay. That would explain it. Thank you. And that is why honest to God, that's why I showed it, because I just wanted to ask, does anybody understand what's going on here? Like, is he actually out there under that name? Not that I would care, but again, for him to distinctly state, um, you know, I don't have fake names, which nobody cares if you do. You don't have to state that. Okay, okay. So that's a possibility. That is a possibility. That could be so. That could be so, right? I always try to look at the other side and try to understand what is going on here. I know I have seen this profile before. I haven't been visiting uncensored since start of case. He's had this at least since the start, methinks. If that is so, because now, uh, excuse me, where's the name? Yeah, because Melissa is saying that she thinks somebody might have copied and pasted to show the post, and then it kind of looked like it's under her name. So that would make sense if that took place. But excuse me. I mean, usually when you copy and paste something for me, if I were to do that, I would make sure to copy the person's name to make sure to show that, who actually is stating it. Courtney has the same atrocious grammar. Yeah, 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 because it is actually Daniel's, who wrote it. Yeah, yeah. So that could quite possibly be that she copied and pasted it. Yeah, and she's not the only lady there. Was another one too, Marion something, I think. Okay. Yes, exactly, squid. This is why I always add quotations. Yep. Yep. Like, you would wanna say, like, "Sent by Daniel Martel today," and then quote, right? And make sure his name was copied into it as well, right? Uh, yeah. Yeah, oh, well, that was a silly way to share. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, but that's why I wanted to ask, because I thought, like, somebody's gotta know what's going on here, like, this is just bizarre. Actually, originally, he was caught. He posted it as DM, then switched it. So it was posted as Daniel Martel at first, and then it was reposted as Courtney Madonna? Well, that would make even more sense, because then that would mean that she did copy and paste it, possibly. Possibly. Yeah. Courtney Madonna joined on Wednesday. Freshwater, Newfoundland, and Labrador. Huh. The comment was copied and pasted. Yes. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'm sure Justin is going to, but she has tons of friends. Yep, I have the screenshot. Okay. Well, I'm sure Justin's gonna figure it out. He will, with the help of Wolfie. No doubt. Well, guys, it is just after 2 hours, so I think it's time to say goodbye. I am too. I am too. Yeah. I'm confused too. And I've seen that name before too, Drippy. And it's not from Facebook, because I don't do the Facebook thing. Yeah. You're welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. Um Yeah, I'll play Lily and Jack on the outro and with a little bit of music until the grandson comes up. Once you see him, it's that's when I'm getting ready to shut her down. Um are they doing another search looking for volunteers? No, what they said was is they're going back out this week with cadaver dogs. Yeah, the cadaver dogs, so is the word. Exactly. Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see, and I agree. Yeah. Yeah, you can't just always jump right to conclusions, because you just don't know, right? You just don't know. All right, lots of love, guys, lots of positive vibes. Thanks everyone for being here. Thank you very much for the stickers, Shirley Lynn, Cottager, thank you. And Shirley Lynn said, I pray something is coming soon. Hugs to Belinda, 100%. Yes, I forgot to read that, I think, when I pulled it up. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of love, everyone. Take care. Bye.